The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Alpha. Right.
Fields going to throw right away. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
Hey, Ken. No muss. Hey, 551. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Hodges. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go.
2nd and 13. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Running left, Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Will McDonald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now make that a second sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Cam. Here we go. Sit high. You got a mini base. Test. Butt straight. Sit high.
Now Fields. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Extend.
Fields changing the play.
Alpha. Tonight.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A run straight ahead with Achane. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Will McDonald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Slant route, and he finds Thornton. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyquan Thornton.
52 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Don't jump. Ready? Extend.
Here's Fields. Going right back to Smith-Njigba.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Here we go. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Good night.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hurry up.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Go.
Here's Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nahshon Wright. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Up the middle, Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Bo Melton, 55 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Out, let's go. Here we go. We're good. Delta. Hey, can. Right.
Now it's Fields. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 70 yards. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Caught by Wilson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
No mas, no mas. Hey, 5:51, 5:51. Tonight.
Fields now to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here we go.
Fields going to change things up here.
Delta. Easy. All right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Hey, Ken. You got a mini basic. Test it. Bunch right. Right.
Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Alpha. Here we go, son. West right, zip. Bunch right. Right.
They snap it to Fields. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cowboy 80. Here we go. Set. Hawk 70.
The 3rd quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Bo Melton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Fields. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Angel. Extend. Hey, can. Tonight.
From the gun, here's Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Hey, EQ. Hey, can. Right.
On 4th down, Fields. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's able to find Melton, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. On the handoff, it's Achane. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
In motion right is Wilson. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Going right back to Wilson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
19 Tiger.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Out of the gun, here's a big Achane. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. He'll look to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to swell the lead to 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. York able to send this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he takes this near the 25. Just a... there, call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here we go. Good. Right.
Here's Fields. And check down, complete to Hall. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Steps away to his left. And he gets it down to the 32. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
All right, 35. Hey, never mind. Monday. Go.
Now Fields. Dancing to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments.
Here we go.
I think they got to go and get it right here, right.
Hey.
Now Fields going to move him around.
11. Is that all right?
Back to throw. And Allen's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 70. And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. Able to find Melton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
All eyes on Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 11, 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Alpha. Here we go.
Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go, side. Hey,
Fields changing the play.
Ken. No mas. Tonight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Back to throw now on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Jets, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game